500,000 trucking accidents occur yearly in the United States. If involved in an unfortunate accident, legally, what can be done? Here to answer those questions, Jay Kennamer with the McMahan Law Firm to answer some of those. And yes, we've seen the tragedies happen here locally, but you know, this is almost a national epidemic here. Over 500,000 trucking accidents happen every year in the United States, and unfortunately 5,000 of those do result in fatalities.
Yes.
What do you need to do immediately from a legal standpoint if you are involved in an accident concerning a semi-truck?
Well, preserving evidence is key in a truck wreck. A lot of things go away just like that. Now, they have these incident response teams that the insurers for the trucking companies have, and they'll be there automatically. I mean, they're already headed to the scene once they get the call. A lot of times the evidence is going away quickly that way.
Right.
You know, markings on the road, driver's log books, they only have to keep them for 6 months. Qualcomm data, which is a satellite network that they keep in touch with, that tells us a lot. Gas tickets, where they've been, trying to reconstruct what they've done within the last week. Because a lot of times you find that truck drivers, you know, let me preface this by saying there are good truck drivers.
Sure.
There are real good truck driving companies, but we're not talking about them right now.
Right.
What we're talking about, there's just an increased demand for truck drivers right now. Sign of the times, great economy, things are getting better, but the pressure to hire just about anyone, you know, can make it where truck drivers are hiring just about anyone, or truck companies.
Now, one of the other stats out there, DUI is regarded as one of the leading causes of a fatal truck accident today, and that could be various different reasons here. Where does that separate from maybe just a personal car or a passenger car that's concerning a DUI? Is it a lot different when it concerns a semi-truck or a company?
Absolutely. You have a 90,000-pound vehicle traveling around, and the cars are 6,000 pounds.
Sure.
There's a big difference. And another statistic is that 35% of the truck driver deaths in wrecks, 35% of them involve illegal drugs. Now, that's frightening.
Right. Now, also, too, it has to come with long hours. Sometimes, you know, they're pushing as much as they possibly can to get the product from point A to point B. That's understandable, but that can also be a legal problem, too, because companies have to abide by rules, and when they don't.
That's right. In-service driving, they have to have a certain amount of downtime each week. Federal standards are set up for that protection, so there's not fatigued drivers out there all over the roadway. But unfortunately, there's something called the comic books. There are log books that they keep, but in some of the bad ones, you hear that there's a term in the industry called the comic books. Sure. And that's the second set of books that they use to actually present that to whoever is checking them.
Now, obviously, fighting insurance companies when it comes to just passenger cars having an accident can be a difficult thing. How hard is the fight against maybe a trucking company?
Oh, it's 10 times. You know, you have Geico or Liberty Mutual in a simple car wreck, that is one thing, but you know, gearing up for a truck wreck investigation, that's got to start the very second that call comes in. And I've left and gone to other states to you know, investigate something the minute we get a call, and I'll even bring my own drone and fly it over the scene and have, and do everything I can to make sure that the team that was actually there before me from the truck company didn't erase something or make some type of evidence go away.
And do you find it extremely difficult for those that are injured in an accident, which almost always happens with a semi-truck? It's incredibly hard to get financially owed what they should be?
Well, you got to understand, sometimes they get the wrong adjuster, or someone is told something on the other side that's just incredibly wrong, and the evidence doesn't bear it out. But if you don't have the scene preserved, you don't have pictures, you don't have the statements from the officers to check, chase down where that person's been to see if they're driving fatigued or their log books are incorrect, doing that immediately, then it goes back to just a simple car wreck.
Obviously, the health and safety are the biggest concerns, but do you recommend if someone's involved in a wreck to just snap pictures, look for skid marks? I mean, what can the person do?
Absolutely. Fresh markings on the roadway, all corners of the vehicles that are involved, anything around the scene, up the road, down the road. Sometimes there's construction barriers that may be way out of the scene that may have affected.
Right.
We don't know unless we preserve the scene. So.
Well, folks, he's here to answer any questions that you may have, and you're welcome to give them a call. This McMahan Law Firm, they're located there at 323 High Street in downtown Chattanooga. The phone number is 423-265-1100. If you are part of an unfortunate accident like this, feel free to give them a call. They'll be glad to answer any questions you may have. You can also go to their website, which is McMahanLawFirm.com. Jay, as always, appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, Brian.
Big congratulations.